Hi everybody, I hope you're having a great day. In this video, I'm going to be covering Mr. Sinister. Now, although he's been mentioned in earlier issues, he made his very first physical appearance in Uncanny X-Men issue number 221 that was released in September 1987. His real name is Dr. Nathaniel Essex, and he's a human male that stands 6 feet 5 inches tall, weighing 285 pounds, also having red eyes, black hair, and chalky white skin. Now, this calculating and manipulative genius does not have normal human empathy, which he concluded would slow him down in his pursuit of knowledge. And the only times that he seems to have morals and will align himself with others is only when it suits his agenda. Now, although Nathaniel Essex was a brilliant geneticist before he was changed, he's technically a mutate, being enhanced by the powerful ancient mutant known as Apocalypse. And his abilities would only evolve more and more over the years due to him manipulating his own DNA as well as adding materials from other mutants to enhance his abilities as well. His latest state shows him to be a powerful being that can manipulate his cellular structure down to the molecular level, easily being able to do things like shapeshift as well as change the density of his body. This cellular control is also credited with giving him an advanced healing factor, which can rival those like Wolverine and Deadpool. So naturally, he has high-level superhuman durability, as well as superhuman speed, reflexes, and stamina. Not to mention mid-tier superhuman strength that has gradually grown up to 25 tons. Yet he's shown to actually be able to move up to 100 tons, which would classify him as vast superhuman strength. Albeit, this is from using his considerable telekinetic abilities, which also include force fields, concussive blasts, and being able to fly. To build upon his psionic abilities, he also possesses very powerful telepathy, which easily rivals the most powerful telepaths in the Marvel Universe, being able to control others' minds to the point that he can even turn off mutants' powers, at least for a little while. Mr. Sinister has also been shown to interface directly with technology, which would give him a degree of what's called technopathy. And an extension of this is what's assumed gives him his teleportation abilities. And if it wasn't enough that he's a master with his hands to the point that he's a perfect surgeon, engineer, and self-trained master martial artist, dude is functionally immortal, being completely immune to aging. Now, Dr. Essex was a genius 19th century scientist who was obsessed with deterministic interpretations of natural evolution, with his work predicting the existence of mutants. His genius and accuracy drew the attention of the powerful ancient mutant known as Apocalypse, who recruited Essex to work for him and then enhanced his genetic structure and bestowed him with the power of virtual immortality as well as other superhuman physical attributes. Sinister would exponentially grow in knowledge over the years, quickly becoming the preeminent geneticist on the planet, becoming skilled at cloning and the manipulation of mutant DNA. His growing pride and power would give him the incentive to try to break away from his creator, Apocalypse, which would lead to an extensive plan wherein he would manipulate the lives of certain mutants such as Cyclops, Jean Grey, Havoc, Gambit, and even Professor X. Although he took particular interest in the potential for the Summers brothers, Cyclops and Havoc. Sinister would eventually become the guiding hand behind the Marauders, whom he would use to devastate the Morlocks. However, when the time was right, he would focus back on Scott Summers, aka Cyclops, plotting to breed a powerful mutant child between him and Jean Grey, which in itself, due to unforeseen circumstances, would lead to Sinister making a clone of Jean Grey named Madelyne Pryor. The union between Cyclops and this Jean clone named Madelyne would result in the child named Nathan Summers, aka Cable, being born, with Sinister's calculations predicting him to be powerful enough to defeat Apocalypse. And to Mr. Sinister's credit, Cable would become a mutant legend in the future. Now, Mr. Sinister would go on to be credited with the reformation of the Marauders, which he used to track down Hope Summers. He would also go on to try to use his genetic genius to mix inhuman and mutant DNA to create a powerful hybrid, which would ultimately result in a failed clone of Cyclops and land Mr. Sinister imprisoned by S.H.I.E.L.D. But just as any genius supervillain, he would eventually escape and would go on to take part in multiple villainous adventures, which would include him trying to acquire the body of the newly quote-unquote dead Wolverine, as well as causing trouble after joining the Quiet Council of Krakoa. Now, for his powers and abilities and his influence on the Marvel Universe, For my 1 to 10 rating, I'll give Mr. Sinister a rating of 10, which is a legendary rating. I hope everyone enjoyed this video. I'll talk to you next time. Be sure to like, subscribe, and join the new Sage.